Villa Borghese Gardens is the third largest garden area park in Rome, and it has many things to do, and there are lots of families that come to this area to enjoy the day, whether it's over on the weekend or during holidays like during the week. The Villa Borghese garden is a public area, so you have free entry into the garden. Now, the gardens were designed in 1605 to go along with Villa Borghese, which was designed by Flaminio Ponzio for Cardinal Scopione Borghese. And the cardinal used Villa Borghese as an entertainment area for parties and to keep his art collection. The gardens as they are today were remade in the 18th century, and other parts were again redone in the 19th century in a more English style that is less formal than what it was. All over the garden you can be able to see many fountains and statues, including a clock that operates with water, which we found quite fascinating. There's also this lake inside Villa Borghese, which is stunning. You can rent a boat and row across the lake if you like, or else you could sit on a bench near the lake and enjoy the view around you. Now, most activities you can do inside the garden you will need to pay for. So you will find a trackless train that will take you around the garden. There were also bikes. I don't know if they're called bikes, but they seat 4 to 6 people on the bike, and some of them even have a little steering wheel for little tots to stay at the front and to pretend they're driving. And we saw many families on these bikes, and they are incredibly fun. There's also a kids' cinema, but the movies are in Italian, and there's also a puppeteer, which again has shows in Italian, but they do have craft activities every now and again for kids, which English-speaking kids could go for. Now, there are small rides for kids and games in parts of the garden. There's one next to the Passeggiata del Pincio, and I will leave a Google Maps location down in the description below. Inside the gardens there's also the Bioparco, which is a 17-hectare zoo, and you'll be able to see over 200 different species of animals, birds, reptiles and amphibians. So apart from that, there's also the highlight of the Borghese Gardens, which is Villa Borghese, the galleries and museum inside the garden. And in here you'll find some of the best examples of Baroque art with works from famous sculptors like Gian Lorenzo Bernini. There is his well-known Apollo and Daphne statue in the gallery. And there are also paintings by Caravaggio, Titian and Raphael. Now, this is the same Raphael that painted 3 rooms within the Vatican in 1508, and one of them is the famous fresco of the School of Athens, which you can see here. Throughout Rome, there are around 2,000 to 3,000 nasoni or noses. These are the potable water fountains that have water flowing all year round, and the water comes from the Italian mountains through the aqueducts that were built by the ancient Romans. You'll be able to find some of these nasoni within the park as well, so you can drink some fresh water as you are going along. Now, within the gardens there's also a couple of playgrounds for kids. There's one behind the lake, which isn't that great, but there is another one close to the kids' cinema, which is better. To finish off, over in the southwestern side, there's a really amazing view of Piazza del Popolo. And you will also get a glimpse of St. Peter's Dome in the Vatican further afield from here.